No.
Who talks first?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff podcast. My name is David.
My name is James.
Craig 5 standing by.
I'm Mary.
And here we talk about all things Star Wars. But before we get started, we have some great people to thank. David, take it away.
All right. We have Liam McCallan, Kevin Lanninger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, and Indiana Solo. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support. And we also have LegionSabers.com. Support them because they support us. If you go to LegionSabers.com, you can use the code STUFF at checkout for 15% off.
They posted that really cool behind the scenes video the other day. Did you see that? The whole behind the scenes of how they build the lightsabers. That was a really cool video. It was cool to see that.
I did post it on our Facebook. So if you want to check out our Facebook, you can see what Craig is talking about.
Yeah.
They actually have lightsaber nunchucks on sale.
I saw that.
And just about every saber under the sun. So yeah, check them out. LegionSabers.com.
Nice.
All right. So the big story.
Big.
The big
dun,
one.
Dun.
Big.
The big one.
The one we've been hoping for a long time.
Yes.
James showered.
Now, in case y'all don't know,
Oh, that wasn't it.
that wasn't it. Star Wars and Lucasfilm have announced that the 1977 version of Star Wars will be released in theaters for the 50th anniversary. Not the special edition, not the 97, not the 2005, the 2011, 2018. I think they did something in 2018. The 1977 version.
Wow.
Fully remastered. And this is something a lot of people actually haven't seen on the big screen. And this is very exciting. Everyone is very, very happy. What is y'all's feelings about it? David, what do you think?
I mean, it made me happy. I was really not quite sure. I had to go to StarWars.com and read the whole article and make sure that this was the original 1977 theatrical release. It seems like it is with all the wording when you read the official StarWars.com article. So it feels like we're going to get Han shooting first, Luke saying Carrie instead of Leia in one scene, no Jabba the Hutt, just kind of the original thing that they showed in 1977. A New Hope title in the crawl, the Vaseline that smudged out the wheels on Luke's land speeder.
Yep.
I hope we get to see that. So yeah, we've been asking for it, and I put on Instagram that we've been longing for it, and we're finally getting it. But the whole thing about this is George Lucas is famous for not wanting this to see the light of day. So I know, and we all know that Disney owns Star Wars.
Is that not crazy to say? I mean, that's the version you released.
But
right, well, we do know his reasoning because he says that it was an incomplete thing that he had to release because the technology hadn't caught up to his vision. So that's how we got what we got. And then in 1997, we got the special editions, which were more of his vision. That's what he wanted out. And then year after year, it seemed like they kept on like changing stuff and tweaking stuff to what we got now on Disney Plus. But I mean, I really think that everything is eventual in Star Wars because we never thought Star Wars was going to get sold. It got sold to Disney. We never thought that there was going to be more movies, more episodes. We got that.
We never thought we'd see Boba Fett without his helmet. I remember debating that with my brother 20 years ago, and I was like, we're never going to see that. Man,
so
was I off on that one?
One thing that I will say about this is purely a Lucasfilm thing. This is not a George Lucas thing. As David said, George Lucas does not want anybody to see this, which means Lucasfilm and Disney made the decision to completely remaster the original version of Star Wars, which is what it's going to be called, which for me, that's still really weird to get used to, even though back in the day, that's what it was called. It wasn't called A New Hope. It was called Star Wars. They did this.
It was weird when they switched it to A New Hope for me.
Mm.
It was Star Wars growing up for me, you know?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of older people, no offense to the older crowd, but if you say Star Wars, that's what they call it. They say Star Wars. They don't call it A New Hope or Episode 4 like we do. But yeah, Disney did this. Lucasfilm did this, not George Lucas. So that for me, I think that's something I don't think a lot of people are talking about, that they're the ones who made the decision.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't talking about this. It's a big thing. It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
This is like we're on the road on a new path that I don't think Disney ever really thought they're going to set out on, because it really feels like there is a separation, more of a separation between Disney and George Lucas.
Yes.
And every time I think about the museum, I want to call it the Lucasfilm Museum, but it's not the Lucasfilm Museum. It's the George Lucas Museum. And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like a further separation between George and Disney and Star Wars. And there already was a separation, but it feels like they don't care about any preference or any recommendation. I mean, they already kind of didn't, but this is kind of like up there with revealing like what Yoda's species is called.
Yeah.
You
Which
know,
will be very soon, I think.
I think it's gonna like I just said, everything's eventual in Star Wars. I mean, what's next on the list for like things that will be released after getting the 1977 release?
They're gonna have Mara Jade be officially canon.
They released the
I
Star
highly
Wars
doubt that.
holiday special.
They'll bring back the holiday special.
So,
Yeah,
I
quick
can see that
question,
one.
Mary, have you seen the 1977 version of Star Wars?
No, I've never seen it.
You've never seen?
I've
Okay.
only seen the redone versions. I've seen what's on Disney Plus. I have the DVD from like early 2000s. I've never seen the 1977. I've heard the stories and I've read things about like what you guys are talking about, that he calls her Carrie, that things get smudged out, that Crawl doesn't say New Hope and everything like that. So I'm super excited to see that. Like, I want to see all those little things and be like, oh, the Leonardo DiCaprio little meme
Here we go.
right throughout the entire time in the theater.
Well, so I was lucky enough to, and I've showed them on the podcast. I got the VHS tapes that came out like in the early 90s, right before like the 93 edition, which is where they went back and they did the sound mix. That was when we got the Skywalker sound mix. And then we did the special edition in 97. So I have one of the last versions of the VHS, despecialized, if you may. And even watching that version on a VHS, on a VCR, it's still an exciting movie. Like, it is still just edge of your seat, exciting to watch. And so I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised at how much of the story, you know what I mean, is there. Like, how much of the movie is there without the modern visual effects. Because you can tell the battle, the Death Star battle, the ships are moving like they did back in 1977. They don't move as fluidly as they do now.
And you could even, with the TIE fighters, you could see like blocks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Around they didn't rotoscope around the TIE fighter as well. You don't get that cool shot of the ships flying near and seeing their heads moving inside the cockpit, which I think is one of the coolest additions in the special edition, is that part of you could see them in the cockpits.
Yeah, but they're not moving.
Yeah, now you don't get any of that. But so let me ask everybody this question. Is this going to make a lot of money?
Oh, yeah.
What do you consider a lot?
I mean, I'm talking hundreds of millions of dollars.
No way.
No
way.
I think it could.
Theaters are dying.
20
We're
million.
going to talk about that later.
Yeah. But you announce it. You announce to everybody, this is the original version of Star Wars. Everybody who hates on the sequel and the prequels love Star Wars.
Well,
Like,
we
they
can take
love-
the temperature right now by looking at like hardly anyone talking about it on the internet outside of the Star Wars bubble. No one's really talking about it.
That's true. Well, yeah, because
Well, we
Star Wars
still
But
have
it
a
is
long time.
also, a
2
year and a
years
half
out.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time until it
You think
happens.
there's
I
going to
think
be like a huge marketing bonanza for
There
this?
has to be.
no, I don't
Oh.
think there'll be a huge
I
marketing
think so.
bonanza. I
Uh-oh.
don't think so, but I think more people will get more excited as we get closer and closer, and then you'll start to see everyone talking about it.
You know what they should
But-
also do? Just thought about this.
Mhm.
The Sphere. Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But you have to use AI and stuff to like fill in the gaps and all that for unless
I gotta-
ILM is working on that right now, for all we know.
I'm pretty sure they're working on something. For as much
did-
money that Wizard of Oz made,
Yeah.
they were making $2 million a day, James.
And
But they
that's
were-
where the money's at.
But they weren't showing the full movie though. They were only showing, so they were able to
And
get
that's
more
the beauty
showings.
of it. You could show it more times in one day because you're not showing the whole movie.
But I want
If
I'm
they
gonna
just
go to
did
the
a thing where
theater-
they called it Star Wars Battles or Star Wars Space Battles in the Sphere, oh my God, bro, we're on the next plane to Vegas, man.
I'm in my car driving to Vegas if that's the case. Mary and I are going
Savings
to
will go-
Vegas to watch that because that just
I don't drive to Vegas.
If-
I'll fly.
my wife
I
and I
don't
made a
drive.
mistake of driving to Vegas one time and it was
Yeah.
it was horrible
You don't-
experience.
Do not drive to Vegas. Don't do
But,
it. It's the worst.
But yeah, okay. Now that you say that, David, that would work. But the whole movie, no, they would not do the whole movie in the Sphere. That's a lot of money to
No.
like.
I
to
got the
work
best
on.
idea for Lucasfilm Disney Star Wars Battles. That's it. Show all the
Yeah.
lightsaber battles, all the space battles, and we get out of there.
That opening
love that.
battle of Revenge of the Sith, that don't like that would
That's really good. Yeah.
that would be the ultimate.
Yeah.
Real quick, how did Revenge of the Sith do when it came to theaters for that
It was-
re-release for the anniversary?
It was.
How much, do you guys know how much it made?
It didn't make a lot. I think it made like 25 million opening weekend, but it was a limited release though. Like it was
This
a
is what I
small
assume is-
window. Yeah.
I would assume this is going to be limited as well.
Did they have it in IMAX? I don't think they did.
Yes,
Did
I don't think they
they
had-
did.
they? They did.
Uh,
Okay, because
They did
I
at
think
AMC.
Sinners like got re-released around that
At
time.
At AMC, they had it at IMAX.
So
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith made worldwide $42.2 million.
Worldwide? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So total
would-
world-
That's not bad.
US
No.
it made 25.2, international it made 17 million.
Okay.
I would
so then
assume A New Hope would do.
I
or
think A
Star
New
Wars
Hope
would
will do
really
better
strong.
than that. I
New
think A New
Hope
Hope
will
will do better.
Definitely do. And in context, this re-release was a major box office hit, ranking among the top grossing re-releases ever. That's right. I remember it was. They said
Yeah.
this is a big deal for re-releases, which is, I think, what made Disney go, okay,
Yeah.
this could work. We could get this train going because Revenge of the Sith was promoted. It was kind of Disney did kind of let people know, hey, we're doing this. We're re-releasing Revenge of the Sith back in theaters. We have
But they
pocket
didn't-
popcorn buckets and all that other stuff. So
Oh.
That's right. I don't
What's the
think they started
popcorn?
promoting it until like a month before, maybe.
true. Yeah, they didn't like we knew about it, but
Correct.
the general audiences didn't know that this was going to be a thing. I mean,
I
put
think
the
they announced this way sooner than they did for Revenge because they're like, oh, this did
Yeah.
great. Let's do this again. Let's give the Star Wars people a nice little thing. Also, it lines up with Celebration, right?
which brings me to a good point. Why announce now that this is happening in 2027?
I assume to line it up with Celebration.
Leaks? I don't know.
But still, celebration
get
is
ahead of it?
still. I mean, this is really early for them to be announcing this. We know celebration's happening, and we know that. You know what I mean? But then it's like, oh, by the way, in a year and a half, we're going to re-release Star. So that makes me think: one, they're very confident in what they have, and two, they're going to try to push this thing to be a huge deal. It's almost like Disney wants to bring Star Wars back. They're like, hey guys, we have Star Wars. We still have.
I mean, it's the 50th anniversary. That's the celebration
yeah, but
aspect of it.
it's the original version of the movie. They could have easily re-released the special
Well,
edition, the
It's like doing half the work, James, because they already released the original version like a couple months ago in England at some like showing. That,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that like
And
Kathleen
people
Kennedy
were
attended.
complaining about it because
Yeah, they were. They said only because I think the version that they had,
It wasn't remastered.
it
Yeah.
wasn't
It wasn't
remastered.
touched up. It was dark. It was weird. There was probably
So-
like cuts and you could see the stamp when they cut the film.
Yeah, you could see Paul Hirsch's fingerprint on one of the
Oh,
frames
geez.
there. But I think it's interesting that they announced it so early in advance, because they could have easily done it last year. I mean, next year they could have easily said, "Oh, by the way, in a year we're going to re-release A New Hope or Star Wars in theaters." I just think it's kind of strange that they so early, so far in advance, they tell people.
Maybe because they released it in London. They're like, oh, don't worry, you guys are going to get it too, but you're going to get a
Ah.
better version, right?
Yeah,
Because they
better.
just did it.
Yeah, and not gonna lie, the special edition in 1997, but the technology we had to restore that the negatives from 1977 was pretty amazing. That was a great cut. So technology and film restoration has improved much over the years. I'm not gonna say how long ago 1997 was. I don't want to cry, but I'm pretty sure whatever they have
It
is
wasn't
gonna
that
look.
long ago.
Yeah,
It was 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago. Knock it off,
It was only
everybody.
10 years ago.
But I have a feeling it's gonna look it's gonna feel weird because it's gonna look modern, but it's gonna have the classic, ILM digital effects or visual effects, actually, because they weren't digital. They were all
I think people will be surprised how different it feels and looks. They're not going to realize that something from 50 years ago does not look the same as something that was remastered, in the late 90s or whatever. So I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is weird. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be quite what they expect.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up another component of it is that the collecting side for figures, the guy who's in charge of the Star Wars collection, I think his name is Mr. Stevie. That's what he goes by. He was saying recently something along the lines of that what they're planning on doing for that year, he wants people that are working on the Star Wars line to remember, do you remember how good the year was when we did the 50th anniversary? Something to that effect, that basically what they're going to do for the 50th anniversary and related to A New Hope, and it's going to be huge for figure wise. I think they're going to go all out. I bet we'll see new X-Wing fighters and TIE fighters and all kinds of stuff from the originals. So cool. I think it's going to be I think there's going to be a big push from this movie is what I'm saying. And I think it's going to be heavy on the toys and what we see for toy collecting in that year too.
David, you were going to say something earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be interesting to look at this remaster and be able to see stuff in more detail, because the thing that I remember that really kind of freaked me out when the 1997 special editions came out, they had the whole do-back scene with the stormtroopers. I was like, that's what they were on. Because in the original, you just see it there and it doesn't move like far away. And I was watching it on a VHS. It was dark. It was like a 16:9, sorry, VHS. And I couldn't tell that the stormtrooper was on a giant lizard creature. And then they had one next to the cantina too.
Sure. Yeah.
And George said they just put a stick in the head and had someone in the do-back trying to like move the stick back and forth. But you can't even see that it's moving.
Nope.
Like stuff like that. I want to see that like a whole lot clearer.
But if you grew up at the time, you would know that it was a do-back because of the toy and the little stormtrooper that you stuck them in.
Yeah.
Mary, you were going to say something? Sorry.
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I think there's going to be a very big push for this movie. I really do.
I agree. I think there's going to be something pretty big. And right now at the Academy Museum, there is the big Jaws exhibit right now because it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So I can see them doing something like that as well to around the time of this being released. They're going to do a big exhibit. I have a feeling Disney's going to try to make this like Star Wars is back, if you may. Yep. Like this is the Star Wars you remember. This is the Star Wars that everybody loved. This is the Star Wars that people went back to watch 20 times in the theaters.
I mean, they got to keep on making theatrical films.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to keep it going because Starfighter is right after that.
Yep.
In May, and then they got to keep on pumping them out. I mean, I don't know why they stopped.
Well, I mean, COVID and a writer's strike, like, it was like a
Yeah, but
double.
that was a long time ago now.
Yeah, but people are still.
Andor was created in that time, around that time. I mean, yes, they spent like $700 million, but it's like, come on, guys, this is Star Wars.
Money well spent. Just want to throw that out there. But
well, listen, if
But-
they could make an extra, $50 million just by, or $100 million just by re-releasing this movie, they'd be crazy not to do it. And then all the action figures that this is going to sell in merchandise.
merchandising.
Really quick though about Andor and how much they spent. I think a lot of us forget. And
2027.
Same year. So there you go.
I don't know. Maybe 2026.
Mary, what were you saying?
okay, so Andor, they spent a ton of money on it, but we all forget it's like 3 movies put into one show. So if you break it down that way, they really didn't spend a lot per movie if you think about it.
Yeah, I'm on board.
I like,
Yeah, but it didn't make theater money though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Anna from Facebook says, I think there will be lots of Lego sets with 50th logo on the boxes. The 50th logo is going to be a big deal. People are going to want to buy whatever that is. Like right now, I have the 40th for A New Hope. I have a Leia for the 40th. Of course, I'm going to buy the 50th. You know what I mean? So collectors are going to just be super happy when they do this because like Craig said, the toys and everything are going to be insane for this.
Mhm.
Collectors
I think
everywhere.
there's going to be a big push that year. Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to see Star Wars on the big screen. I'm excited to. So let me ask you this question: They remastered the footage. Is the sound also going to be remastered?
Oh, they have to.
Oh heck yeah.
It has to be.
They
right?
have to.
Heck yeah.
Okay, that is going to be awesome. That's going to be magnificent. And then after that, then they got to just start re-release. They got to do the 50th for Empire, release the 9 special edition, which that's the one that is least messed with in the original trilogy. And then
When do you think re-releases will be too much? Like, okay, we're done. Let's get something new.
When they stop making money.
For you as a fan.
when they release like, are you saying Star Wars in general or like overall?
Star Wars. Let's keep it to Star Wars. Like this one is going to be great. Revenge of the Sith was great. Empire would be great. Then what? Then we're going to go into the sequels.
I'm the weird guy. David and I are the weird people here. We will be there opening day to watch all these movies in theaters. Like
I go.
If they tell us, oh, we're going to re-release Attack of the Clones, I'm their opening day to watch that in theaters again. For one, it's Star Wars, and 2, it's a nostalgic thing. Like this is like, oh, this is Star Wars when I was younger. I can see it again in theaters.
It's nice to have the opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's why I think like the prequels, the original trilogy would be great for re-releases. The sequels, I just don't see a reason.
So funny you say
We've
that.
already seen them. We've already seen them in the theater.
So funny you say that. If you go to starwars.com right now, which we're going to be reading from later, Mary will be reading.
You decided you were reading.
If you go to the website and look on the front page, it says 10, and it says The Force Awakens, celebrating 10 years of the motion picture event of a generation. Stream now. The wording and everything on that makes me think they are not going to re-release The Force Awakens in theaters this year. Which,
good news, Craig.
Yeah, Craig's happy about that. But I think that's a huge miss for Disney to do. I mean, that re-release The Force Awakens. I mean, that movie's still in the top 10 highest grossing films of all time.
Is it like number 3?
It's up there. I think it's either number 3 or number 4.
Yeah.
And then it's like one of the biggest box office openings like ever. Like it broke, and I think a lot of people forget that it broke like stupid records when it came out.
But was that because Was that because there was a huge time gap and everyone was just so excited for new Star Wars to be in the theater?
No, because we
yeah.
wanted to see Luke, Han, and Leia and Chewie.
We saw Chewie. We're home. That was it, man. I mean, that was that. The hype level began in Anaheim in 2015 when they launched that trailer. I was in Texas, far away from Anaheim, watching that trailer on my phone, crying on my lunch break because I was like, it's back. Like it is official. Star Wars is back. That got everyone hyped. So yeah, Mary, you're absolutely right. The reason why was because everybody was excited to see this movie.
Yeah.
Re-release it.
We had been waiting all those years to see what happened to these characters we loved.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like everyone was waiting for so long.
Big part of the movie that people would not have been flooding to see it. They wanted to see our characters again. It'd been how many years?
But what's funny though, never mind, we're not getting into this discussion. Okay. No, what I was gonna say was I had a friend of mine years ago tell me that he and his buddy snuck out of skipped school to go watch The Phantom Menace in theaters.
Yeah,
opening
cool guys.
day.
I like them.
Right? They said halfway through the movie they left. And they went outside and they smoked a cigarette and they said, "This isn't Star Wars." They're like, "I don't know what this is." And he was like, and ever since then, I've never watched Star Wars again after the Phantom Menace. I was like, really? And he says, yeah. He goes, I wanted to see characters that were like Han, Luke, and Leia. I didn't get those guys. And I was like,
I mean,
okay. So what I'm saying is, it was just the expectations everyone had for The Force Awakens. And like what David always says, J.J. Abrams, I don't know how he survived making The Force Awakens because the amount of pressure to do that movie was insane. Because you had to, reintroduce Star Wars, bring everyone back, and introduce a whole new set of characters within one movie.
Yeah.
That's
a lot.
That's a lot. I think he did a pretty good job. I think Force Awakens is still a really, really great movie. It's a fun Star Wars.
I enjoy The Force Awakens. I just don't feel the need to see it again in the theaters because that's how I originally saw it. And it was 10 years ago.
That's crazy. See, that's why I want to see it because I saw it in theaters 10 years ago.
I want to see ones that I haven't seen in theaters.
I just realized it's December already. So yeah, they're not re-releasing it in theaters. I don't know why I thought it was.
And they had the perfect marketing opportunity for it. They could have did like what they're doing with Avatar, show the Doomsday trailer in front of it. Everyone's interested in that. What they could have done with The Force Awakens, we're going to show you 10 minutes of Doomsday.
Ooh.
And that'll like increase the box office like that.
That would have got me there. That would have worked for me.
I mean, that's Disney owns that too. It's like, come on, guys, put that marketing hat on.
Yeah. But looks like, Force Awakens is not going to get that re-release. So let me ask you this question. What?
I mean, or like behind the scenes stuff for Starfighter. The first ever time you see Starfighter stuff.
That would be pretty cool.
I mean, just have interviews and I think it's a little too soon for a trailer, but
I see release the Ahsoka Empire Strikes Back style trailer for Starfighter.
Oh, that was very cool.
That would be
very cool.
I would love to see that, but oh well. But let me ask y'all this question: in what year is it? 2020. Okay, in 2035, when I am 47 years old, and y'all are just a couple of years older than me,
48.
Will not bad. Will they re-release The Force Awakens? Will they re-release The Force Awakens then?
No.
The 20-year anniversary.
I mean,
I think they'll do 25.
Not unless for some reason people really start to enjoy it.
I think those. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think those kids are going to be older, but I don't think they'd do it for the 20-year. I think they'd follow suit and do like 25, 50, etc.
But I think the prequel trilogy was much bigger than the sequel trilogy as far as gaining fans. I think prequel trilogy gained fans, sequel trilogy lost fans. You got people excited about young Obi-Wan, Anakin, all that stuff. People, Darth Maul, General Grievous, all that great stuff. But I think we lost a lot of fans with the sequel trilogy. I like the
sequel 3. I like the sequel Big 3. I think
Yeah.
they're fun mirrors of like the originals and stuff. And I love all three of those actors, and I love Kylo Ren's character and Adam Driver. So I don't know. I enjoy the sequels. Are they my favorite? No. But in 25 years, I would go see it in the theater again.
When was the last time you saw The Force Awakens, Mary?
Oh, like 4 days ago on Disney Plus.
How about you, Craig?
At least a few years.
James?
A couple of months ago.
Yesterday.
A couple of months ago, I watched The Force Awakens.
Now, I've watched Return of the Jedi with my daughter. I showed her a little bit. Sometimes we'll just watch part of the movie. You know what I mean? Sometimes we'll just put on for a little bit. So, but we've been watching, if you looked at I wish you could see my Disney Plus history. Like if you could look at it, it'd be like Mandalorian, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Those would be the big ones.
What about you, David?
Yeah, David.
What was the question? I was reading something.
You asked it.
Gosh, when did you watch?
Okay, yeah. When was the last? Yeah, I didn't get to say. When was the last time I saw The Force Awakens? So, the last time I've seen The Force Awakens on my own accord, but I think the last time I really kind of saw it was when I had YouTube TV and it was playing on TNT, and I put it on and I had to go through the commercials and stuff. But because I was interested to see where the commercial breaks were, but that's the last time I saw it. And it was like 2 years ago, I think.
Wow.
When I had YouTube TV. So it's been a while.
How interesting.
I don't ever put it on. I don't ever put the sequels on.
I did watch it because I did Andor, and then when I did 4, 5, 6, and then I did 7 also just to get through, because I was like, I want to get through. But then I got like really busy, and then I haven't been able to finish. I mean, it's been a while. I haven't been able to finish 8 and 9, but I still enjoy. I mean, mind you, I'm weird. I like all 9 movies. There's something amazing in every single one of these movies. There's a great moment. There's a great sequence. There's a good story beat, and then I'm like, this is fantastic. So I have no like negative, not negative. I wouldn't say that, because there are things I'm like, they could have done that differently. But I there's something great in every Star Wars movie. So I don't hate the sequel trilogy. It just makes me sad that they're not gonna, Disney's not gonna do anything for it. But I just remembered it is December, because I keep forgetting. Avatar is coming out in a couple of weeks. That's
Mary's favorite.
That's my favorite. That's the big one. That's why they didn't do Force Awakens this year, because Avatar was just gonna overshadow everything. So
they've learned their lesson from that.
They learned their lesson.
I'm not excited.
Do you have your tickets yet for this theater, James?
For yes, I do actually.
Cool.
I want to go see it. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm actually more excited for the Doomsday trailer.
I'm excited for the Doomsday trailer, and then apparently we're gonna get. So somebody somewhere said they are maybe gonna show like a 6-minute sequence of Oppenheimer. If you go see it in IMAX, you're gonna see something of Oppenheimer. Sorry,
that's an old movie, James.
The Odyssey. Confused.
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey, yes.
Everybody would be really confused if they go.
I'd be like, cool, but why are you seeing this? It's like this is Mission Impossible. You're like, okay, no, but no.
So I think you're partially right there, James, because I think they show the 6 minutes or whatever, how many minutes of the Odyssey,
yes,
before select screenings of like some IMAX releases, like Sinners. I believe they're going to re-release that.
Oh no, am I not going to get it then?
You're going to get a trailer, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be the Steven Spielberg UFO film, the Doomsday trailer, the Odyssey trailer, maybe the Supergirl trailer, which drops on Thursday. And there's also a rumor that the Doomsday trailer is going to drop Thursday on the internet. So there's that.
And apparently they're going to just retcon a lot of what's been going on with Marvel. I know this is not a Marvel podcast.
Well, I mean, it's like multiversal.
This is starting directly after Endgame, so don't even worry about anything that happened after. When I read that, I could not stop laughing. I was like, wow, Disney and Marvel, you guys were like, just don't think about those movies. Let's just it's fine.
About which ones?
So they're saying
everything that happened on Marvel after Endgame. So the
is
whole plot line is gone.
Well, from what I heard, Doomsday is like a direct continuation of Endgame.
Right. So you see Cap and Peggy dance, and then Doctor Doom knocks on the door of that house.
hello there. And then,
So they're gonna undo everything?
I don't think they're
The
gonna
opportunity is there.
Huh?
That's the key. The opportunity is there to kind of say this all happened over here, but this
New
is the
timeline?
story. Yeah, this is the story we're following right now. Which is what they're probably gonna do with Doomsday because no
They
one
have
really
to.
they have to. They really
They have to.
because everyone is like, because
Honestly.
I've been so anti Doomsday for a bit. I've been like, this is okay. But now that they said that, I'm like, now that is an interesting thought. I will go see this if that's what they're going to do with it.
I've
Matt,
been
thank you so
so
much.
disappointed with Marvel since Endgame.
So welcome to the Marvel Stuff podcast. Remember we tried that one, David?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Just
In case I
very
didn't know, we
time-consuming.
did do a Marvel Stuff podcast. But
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I found the post that Mr. Stevie was talking about, and I think this is good insight for us because he is in charge of the Star Wars Hasbro division. Okay.
Oh, okay, got you.
So he is in charge of like the vintage line. Okay. So this is
Okay.
what he said on his Instagram post just 2 days ago. While we wait for the biggest pop culture anniversary in history,
Ooh.
put that in caps, we're deep in 2027 development. Our mission, bring Star Wars fans memories and meaning. Okay, so that's his post right there.
Mhm.
Okay, then it's what he swipes again. He says, we can't do everything we want. It's a huge galaxy. And choosing what to focus on is stressfully joyful. And he put that picture there.
Cute.
But some of the things we're planning are ones I never thought I'd see. True lifetime memory stuff. Right there. My message to the team is simple. When we're old, gray, and retired, we will reminisce on 2027 with pride and tears.
Mm.
So that tells me they intend on making a big push for Star Wars and the 50th anniversary release.
Can you imagine an X-wing, like just a glorious Hasbro, just X-wing?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, Craig, because I found a video on TikTok with all the original vintage figures, and every time, so they air the commercial, and under the figures they put the price if you never open the package right below it. You guys want to check it out?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Hopefully this works. I just loaded it right now. Hopefully it's the right video. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
It's Darth Vader, watch out! And he's got a lightsaber.
It's Kenner's new Star Wars action figures, each sold separately.
I got you now, Ben Kenobi.
With R2-D2 and C-3PO. There's even Chewbacca and Han Solo.
Someone's coming, Chewie. Who's there? It's Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker. Now I know the Force is with us.
Darth Vader, R2-D2, C-3PO, and other Kenner Star Wars action figures, each sold separately.
$1,000. So if you have that toy today,
that was a toy. That was the very first Star Wars toy I ever played with. That Luke Skywalker. It's $161,000. I was playing with a $161,000 toy when I was like 3 years old.
Okay, that's okay. So those are rare versions of those figures. Okay,
well, obviously,
so like a double telescoping Ben Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. Those are the only three that have double telescopes. They're worth a lot more money. They're very rare. So each of those that they showed were graded very high, and they're really rare.
What do you mean by double telescoping?
Yeah, explain that.
Okay, so the lightsabers, they extend through the arm.
Yeah, they're built into the arm, but what's the double part of it?
The double one is that they were twice as long.
Okay,
and
because I remember it was like the beam, and then there's a little beam that always got like all weird.
Right. And the double telescoping ones are much longer.
Okay,
and so they're very rare, especially for I think the Obi-Wan is the rarest of the three.
Mm.
So, but now, and some of those card backs that they showed are very rare to be graded very high. I have some really nice graded figures, but nothing at that price range. But I have some really nice ones, like Luke Skywalker, 12 back, graded 85, 85, 85, which is about as flawless as you can get. So I have like that. I have Princess Leia. I have some beautiful figures. So I know quite a bit about them, but they are extremely pricey. But
Yeah, I had a friend that had the whole set, and he sold them to a toy collector for $100,000, and he just turned
Whoa.
around and bought a house
yeah,
after he sold them.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Smart.
yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome, but it's very expensive to get into.
I think anything Star Wars collecting is very expensive to get into after a while because you go, oh, well, that's
true.
that one. Oh, that's this one. And you're like, oh, I
That's
might as well
true.
get this one too. And then before
With
you
the
know it,
recent prices of them all, they're $20 now for a little vintage figure. They were $16.99. Now they went up to $19.99.
so
brutal.
do y'all think they're gonna re-release like a Millennium Falcon, TIE Fighter, and X?
Dude.
Like,
Yeah,
are they gonna-
absolutely.
I would have to buy this.
I hope
thing.
so.
100%.
I hope so.
can you imagine how big and how expensive that Millennium Falcon's gonna be?
Well, there's
Yeah.
already it's called the Big Millennium Falcon. It's about this big. It's huge. And it's pretty awesome. I don't know how they're going to top that one. It's got a lot of lights and sounds, and it came out probably 20 years ago, but it's really awesome.
Do you remember the drone Millennium Falcon for when the Force Awakens came out? Like that was pretty cool. They had a video like you don't remember that? Yeah, that was I don't remember seeing anybody buying it, but I remember they released like videos of them.
Right, James. I know somebody that bought a few when they went on clearance, and they sold them for the regular price.
I love that. I still got my Sphero BB-8 over here.
Oh, I had one of those too.
That was the biggest toy of 2015. I remember.
Yeah.
That was the toy.
That was like the toy to get. But
and yeah, before we move on, I know we're gonna move on to the next topic, but I wanted to ask your opinion on what the popcorn bucket is going to be for Star Wars 1977 remastered.
It'll be the 50th logo.
I don't know because what's
so.
that guy's name who did the poster for Empire, Return of the Jedi, and
Drew Struzan.
So he's probably going to do one for A New Hope. So it's gonna be a whole new. No, the re-release of Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith. Those new posters that were released. Why are y'all looking at me like I have no idea what I'm talking about?
Well, because we're trying to figure out what you're saying. Because Drew Struzan just passed away.
No, not the re-release of the Revenge of the Sith that just came out this year. Remember the poster they released for?
Oh, Matt Ferguson.
Okay, Matt Ferguson.
Okay, yeah.
He's probably gonna do another one for A New Hope. And what you're saying, they made new posters for these movies. They made a new one for Empire. They made a new one for Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Why is
so
Craig
entertained?
has no idea what I'm talking about.
I was still thinking about the popcorn bucket. I think a TIE fighter would be a good popcorn bucket.
What I'm saying is whatever the new poster is going to be, that's what the popcorn bucket's. Because
I don't think so. I think you stay in line with the 1977, the 70s. You'll love this, Craig. Have the original Kenner heads of all those original Kenner figures. Make that the bucket. You have a big round piece.
Princess Leia.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
I think.
Or R2.
Yeah.
R2 would be a good one.
R2 I could see would be a good one.
And R2 had an actual chrome dome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one in the TIE Fighter I can see. Disneyland did a Millennium Falcon popcorn bucket already. So I could see that one at the El Capitan.
Yeah, the merchandising.
I think it's going to be a big year for Star Wars. And when the head of, the Star Wars vintage collection says that, it makes me think they're really hyping it up. For him to hype it up like that, I mean, to say that when we're old and gray, we're going to look back at the 50th anniversary and be like, I can't believe we pulled that off. That's got to be big. Whatever they're doing, it's got to be big.
I hope so. I like to see all the all the new merchandise and stuff. Even if I don't buy it, I just like to see it in stores and get the hype build up and something we can talk about too and reminisce. And
then Celebration's gonna have a big, you know what I mean. Like, it's gonna be a big year for Star Wars in 2027.
Are you guys going? Are you going?
Are you going to Celebration, James?
Maybe I might make an appearance.
Or the
there.
better question is, are you going to walk to Celebration?
No, I'm not gonna walk to
Are
Celebration.
you going to run to Celebration? Because it's right down the street from you.
It's not that down.
Are you going to carry David on your back like Luke and Yoda in Empire?
No.
Wait, you're Yoda in that situation?
He is older. So, I mean, but no. We're gonna Uber or Lyft down there, or we're gonna figure something.
That
out.
is the worst idea.
That's the worst idea, James.
That's the worst. You do not Uber
You're the
and Lyft
worst,
in LA.
James.
I don't have to worry about parking if I take an Uber.
You take the
How about
metro.
a scooter?
Take public transportation.
Take a
Oh
scooter.
yeah, do a scooter.
Do they have those little scooters there that people can rent?
Yeah, bird.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
That's also a little scary too. And I'm thinking about the roads getting down there. It'd be a little terrifying to do that.
David, do not go with James. You can come with me and I'll let you ride a scooter if you want.
Just around like her driveway or something. Like,
Yeah.
look at you go. But
There's a
anyway.
park down the street.
All right, guys. I don't think we can avoid it now.
Okay.
It's time to talk about the elephant
James
in
reading.
the theater.
Oh,
What?
James is about to read this article.
No.
No. That's a smaller elephant.
Oh,
This elephant is
yeah.
Netflix
Oh.
buying Warner Brothers potentially.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
I got an
It-
email
it
from
may seem
Netflix
like-
saying they were like
Yeah.
excited to be having this happen. And it's like, but it's not official yet. But they're
I-
going about saying this is going to happen.
Was it
I got
true?
something about price increase too.
Was it true that they already changed the WB water tower and put a big N on it?
There's no
Or was
way.
that AI?
That has to be
No, that's AI. I will be at the Warner Brothers studio December
Okay.
18th.
Check it out.
I will confirm or deny.
But I
December
have
18th.
I have friends who live over there in Burbank and all that, and nobody has said anything. Like this hasn't that would have been a bigger deal, I think, if they would have actually done that. Which that's why I don't think they have. So
Yeah, it's hard to trust anything on the internet now, visually.
that's what Abraham Lincoln
Video
said.
Thought that was Al Gore, but yeah. So Netflix is trying
Same
to. Netflix has outbid everybody, and is now in talks to purchase Warner Brothers Discovery. So that's everything under the umbrella, including Harry Potter, all the Middle Earth films, DC Studios, the new DC Studios ran by James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, everything in Westeros, everything under the sun for that.
The Sopranos
gaming.
is going to be on Netflix.
Well, here's the thing. So of course, when it all hit, everyone freaked out, and I think a few tidbits have leaked out on like what their game plan is. And apparently I think they want to leave the HBO Max, whatever it's called now, alone. And they also said that they want to keep all the prior obligations and all the prior commitments for films in the theaters to still go to the theaters. So of course, like Doom 3, and I guess what else is there? All the DC
All the
Gunverse
DC.
films. But I think most of us know that Netflix doesn't care about the theaters at all. They do not believe in the theater system. The only reason you see theater stuff, for the most part, there are exceptions to the rule, like Stranger Things is going to happen New Year's Day. I don't know. That's kind of like out of the box for them. But
Frankenstein.
yeah, well, they did that due to awards consideration. There's a rule that you got to be in theaters for at least like 2 weeks at a certain amount of theaters. And James has talked about that on a podcast. But Netflix doesn't like the theater system. They think you should just stay home and watch movies and be fine with that. And a lot of people are. We brought it up in the chat that I hear all the time, oh, I'll just wait for it. till it gets to streaming. I hear that constantly from people because I'm a big theater person, kind of. And when I go, they just say, and I talk to people about the movie I just saw, like at work or whatever, and they just say, "Oh, I'm just going to wait for streaming." That's usually what I hear. So if Netflix does acquire Warner Brothers, those theatrical windows for whatever was promised, like the DC stuff and whatever else, what other properties are set to do it? Dune, it's going to probably shrink even more. So there's going to be more onus on customers to just wait. And that's why a lot of people think that the theaters are going to basically shrivel up even more. And we're going to lose more and more chains. And you're not going to see a lot of stuff in theaters. And it's going to go away. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg actually did a talk about 10 years ago. And they kind of predicted that this was going to happen in a sense, because they said everything, is probably going to go to the house. And if you want to go to a theater and see something, you're probably going to have to pay like $50 a ticket. And it's going to be something like it's like a deluxe experience. Like you're going to have your food. It's going to be like no kid, almost kind of like Alamo Drafthouse in a sense, but nicer. Like the whole like no cell phone rule, no kids rule, all that stuff. So it seems like it's coming true in a way. Netflix hasn't finalized everything. It has to go through the U.S. Department of Justice because of monopolies and laws against that. And we've seen stuff denied before. But it seems like Netflix is kind of confident. And it seems like they have some allies in acquiring the WB. So we're the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. What do you think this means for us in the Star Wars bubble? James?
I'm sad to think within the next 5 or 10 years, movie theaters are not going to be anything. It's going to be a very special release for something. And it's only be like 1 or 2 movies a week that are released in theaters, if that. Because everything is going to go to streaming. Everything's going to go straight there. Netflix is going to figure out a way to make money off of all of this. And then everyone's going to say, oh, well, if they're making money doing that, let's just do that then. Like if we can release a movie for 2 weeks in theaters, let's just do that. And then we'll just make a lot of money on streaming.
See, that's what you would think. I mean, you make a lot of money in the theater. It's like, why don't they just do that? They make a lot of money already. They make billions and billions and billions of dollars, but they can make more billions, it seems like. It's like, why don't they do that?
During COVID, didn't Disney, I know Disney did this for a few movies, they allowed you to rent it at a cost for streaming.
Yeah, it's like $30 or something for like Black Widow.
Yeah, it was
exactly.
Jungle Cruise as well, and I think
Mulan as well. I think.
What was the?
I feel like that's the route that that worked. $30 for your entire family to watch it on the couch, versus how much I think like an IMAX ticket for one person is $25 now. So if they're planning on doing that and to make money off of it, that's the only way I feel like they would do it. But I thought it was unsuccessful. And that's why they didn't continue with it.
I think people are just so fed up with the prices. Everything's so expensive. A soda is $19, candy, $86. I mean, it's a fortune to go, and people are just, struggling to get by right now. With all
why they're so expensive? It's a catch-22. The reason why popcorn and sodas are so expensive is because movie theaters get 100% of money off of the price of popcorn and drinks. And you're not even paying for the drink, really. You're just paying for the cup. The cup is what you're paying for, not even what you're drinking. But they're charging more is because people aren't going to the movies anymore. So they're trying to make that money back. So they raise the price of everything so they can try to recuperate that money. And then everyone's like, it's too expensive. And it's like, yeah, because people aren't going to the movies anymore because everything is going to streaming and people don't want to go anymore. That's why I think this is all going to come crashing down within about
also,
5 to 10 years.
Theaters don't make much off of the sales ticket for the movie itself, right? I think it's like less than 5%.
Yeah, opening weekend for most theaters, the split between the studio and the theater chains is very unfair. It's like something like that, maybe not as drastic. I think it's like maybe like a 80-20 or a 90-10 split, which it's a lot, but geez. And then as the weeks progress and people stop going to the movie, then the percentage then shifts, and then the theater is able to try to make as much money as they can off of that. But
Yeah.
that, and then people sneak in food because it's too expensive. It's like, well, if you're not buying from the concession stand, then they're just going to keep raising the prices because they need to get that money somehow. And so that is why movie theater food is so expensive.
How much
I've
is
heard
a movie ticket and popcorn and drink in Texas?
For a family of 4, it's like $100. You're gonna spend $100 if everyone gets something, you know.
I've spent almost $70 for myself and my wife before but we did get food.
That's what me and Austin do too.
And
So
when the bill came, I was like, okay, we just spent this much on the movie tickets, and then we just dropped this for our concessions. So
yeah, California is pretty ridiculous. Like we'll spend about $70 every time we'll see a movie.
And sometimes you have to pay for your own parking. So just want to throw that out there too.
Yes.
Not in this part of LA.
Yeah, not that part where she lives, and I don't somewhere over there. But I just know here in LA,
San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah, there. That's oh, okay.
So if you see Mary, listeners, that's her.
That's her.
Yeah.
That's
Really her.
If you're in Glendora, San Dimas, I'm at Disneyland a lot. If you ever see me at Disneyland, come say hi. I have stickers.
If you,
She might have some more.
What kind of
soon.
stickers?
Star Wars stuff stickers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had stickers, and I was like, that's cool.
I'll just say hi and talk to you for hours.
but I will say this is very scary. A lot of people in the biz, as it's called here, a lot of my friends are like, this is really bad. Like a lot of people are thinking this is not a good thing because the movie quality is going to become Netflix style movies, which
I just saw a video on that.
Some directors can rise above it. Even I heard some people even criticize Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, saying you could tell it was a Netflix movie. I was like, I couldn't tell. I thought it was a pretty damn good movie. But they're saying the quality of movies are going to start shifting much more, and to where the studios are going to just say, oh, well, this works, make a movie that looks like this, please. And yeah.
I just feel like it's too big. I mean, if Netflix is that huge, there's going to be so many people that are at the top that are making so many creative decisions just because they need to keep their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have that kind of dynamic, all these people want to keep their job, so they have to give input. If they're not giving input to change something, then why are they there? You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to have all these people that are not creative trying to control the creative narrative. And it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And all these different studios aren't going to have so many options. You know, there's going to be less options for creativity.
Yeah, can you imagine being one of those executives not being creative and you're giving Christopher Nolan notes on his film how to make it better?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like,
you know what this reminds me of? I'm going to bring it back to Star Wars. Okay. In the 70s, this is what was going on. The studios, all the old Hollywood was gone, which is, I know a lot of people can't fathom, but in the 60s and 70s, old Hollywood was gone. Corporations came in and started buying up all the studios because they're like, oh, this is making money. Let's just start making money. And they didn't care what the movie was. George Lucas himself even said they would look and say, oh, this is popular. Just keep making movies like this. Just keep making movies about this subject. Yeah. And then you have directors like, you know, Coppola was a part of the studio system, but he was still able to make The Godfather his own personal movie. And then you get directors like Scorsese and Spielberg, De Palma, and George Lucas, who were like, we want to make the movies we think people want to see. We don't want to follow the studio's way of doing things, which is why Coppola and Lucas all went to San Francisco to make movies, because they were like, we don't want to make movies in Hollywood. That's what's going to happen. Hollywood is going to is going to stop being Hollywood here in a couple of years, because all the people who want to make movies are going to be like, we can't do anything here. The studios control way too much of the process. So
And
I feel like
another,
that's already happening.
that's true.
That's already happening. That's why you hear about all these films happening in Europe, in London, in the Netherlands, and everywhere else, you know?
Because y'all know the volume isn't here anymore, right?
Nope.
What?
It's not. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It is not. It hasn't been in Manhattan Beach for a couple of years already.
Yeah.
Whoa, where is it?
It's in Europe.
Oh.
They took it over there because it was like
is that why they
restrictions.
couldn't bring that one actress from Ahsoka? That
Yeah.
she couldn't-
yeah, because
Yeah.
they're shooting everything
Black.
over in Europe because nothing's really being shot here in
Restrictions, costs, everything is just too high. So that's what I'm saying.
There's-
Like, it's already shifting that way.
it's crazy to go by some of these buildings and you're just like, oh, that's this building. Oh, that's this studio. But like no one's filming here. Everyone's jumping ship. But yeah, a lot of I heard some workers who did work for the volume, they showed up one day and they're like, oh, by the way, guys, y'all are done.
It's gone.
It's over. It's gone.
Wow.
So Mandalorian, all of that is no longer being shot at Manhattan Beach here in California. So
Trust me, I'd be at Manhattan Beach all the time if it was.
Was that a story that we just kind of missed, or is this
no,
kind of
they did
breaking
not.
news?
They
Didn't tell anyone.
No, it's one of those things
okay.
they want to like be like, oh, by the way, yeah, we're not in California anymore.
It's that if you know people, you know.
Which I knew people, and I think Mary also knew people. So it just.
I know this guy named James.
Oh yeah, thank you. But yeah, so that's very sad. Which is why Ahsoka was all filmed
I know
in
this
Europe.
guy named James.
Yeah, the more y'all know.
Okay, maybe this is the optimist in me. Do you think that Netflix is doing this because they want to get more into theaters?
No.
They said, hey, no.
No, the CEO, he came out and he said it doesn't matter.
CEOs aren't CEOs forever.
Yeah, but I mean, he's doing all this right now with Netflix, but he was like, people don't care if they watch a movie on the big screen or on their phones. He says, my son is an editor and he watched Lawrence of Arabia on his cell phone.
Oh my God.
That is his defense, saying it doesn't matter. If it's a good movie, it doesn't matter how you're watching it.
Mm.
So that makes me think he does not care about the theater.
Okay, so I am proof that is false. That is not reality, because I had never seen Star Wars on the big screen. My opportunity was going to be in 1997 with special editions. My brother and I went to the Walnut Six in New Braunfels, Texas, to go see Beavis and Butthead.
Jew America, by the way.
And they yeah, Jew America. And they showed the little TV in the center of that big screen, and then the X-Wing came right at you in that little TV, and then it expanded, and I could swear I went like this, because I was not used to seeing Star Wars that big before.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this makes me want to watch the movie that I just watched 10,000 times again in the theater.
I was so hyped as a little kid. I was like, I get to see ships flying around on the big screen. I'm used to seeing it on my little TV. Mostly because of that commercial kind of brainwashed.
I mean, the truth is, though, like if you have a VR headset, you can watch it on a big screen at any time.
That's so true.
There's literally an app called Big Screen.
Mm-hmm.
So if
and
you
can
get
watch Disney Plus on it, so it feels like you're watching from an IMAX theater. Have you ever tried it, James?
I've messed around with Apple Vision Pro before, and it's pretty awesome how you can make it look like a movie theater in your house, like legitimately a movie theater in your house.
Yeah, like I have, the Quest.
Yeah,
and so you can switch different rooms. Yep. You can pick like if you're in an IMAX type theater or different type of theater, you get to pick, and then you can adjust the height of but it literally feels like you're in a movie theater. I know unless you've had VR and tried it, it's hard to really believe it, but it literally feels like you're in an IMAX theater and you're watching Star Wars.
But doesn't it give you a headache after a while?
Oh yeah,
No.
of course.
No. No.
Apple Vision Pro does because it's heavy, because it's a full computer on your face. But the Oculus and all, and
I'm
the
giving you
Meta
something else
Quest,
too.
the materials are different,
mean-
obviously. But
you can watch a movie. I mean, after a movie, your head would probably get a little bit tired. Your eyes might be a little bit strained, but yeah.
Mhm.
I still love those memes where it's like somebody was in a it's like in a garage and there's like a little TV on and they're playing Interstellar. It's like watching Interstellar the way that Christopher Nolan intended, you know. It's just- someone's like has their iPhone. It's like I'm watching Oppenheimer on my phone the way Christopher Nolan always wanted me to watch it. But oh
You think
yeah,
Christopher Nolan would just strangle you from behind if you
I
did?
think Christopher Nolan would be very disappointed in you. He'd be like, really? Which one thing, fun fact about Christopher Nolan: The Dark Knight was the first movie ever shot on IMAX, first feature film shot on IMAX.
Are you sure
is
about
really-
that, James?
Everything else were like those little like 10-minute, 15-minute like videos, but a theatrical released movie to use an IMAX camera was The Dark Knight.
You know, I can't get over the fact that an IMAX camera on set sounds like a lawnmower.
It sounds
It's
insane.
that loud.
Really?
It's like da, 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 da. Yes, that's weird, right? How
It
can an
is.
actor concentrate with a lawnmower going off?
How
I was
could
watching
right
how
in their
can you
face.
even capture the audio?
You don't. All audio is
Don't
recorded
capture the
separately.
audio.
Wow.
So all the scenes in Oppenheimer were shot twice. Once to capture the footage. Once to capture the footage, and then the second time to capture the audio.
Is that
Or
your
you-
dog?
That was that was
I hope.
it's like,
I
I
was
don't
like,
have a
James,
dog.
watch out.
I don't have a dog here. What is going on? But yeah, that's how the audio is
Something,
recorded.
dog.
Yeah, I was watching behind the scenes of Nope when they were filming, and they were like, "All right, ready and action," and you just hear, yeah, she's up there. You just hear the motor on the camera just going, and it's
And it's like
insane.
a clicking, like a loud, like tapping, like
Yep.
pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, what's his name? The bank manager on The Dark Knight when they were filming.
She does not agree.
She's like, don't talk about that, man. Talk about Star Wars. So, anyways, I think I'm going to talk about Star Wars here. Actually,
Get
hold
back
on.
to Star Wars. So you take the dog out. Gonna go walk the
Yeah.
dog. All right. So
And
Oh,
they're
I
also
choose things
releasing
are comfy.
Attack of the Clones in theaters next year too, right?
I don't know
think
about
next
that. There's a
year.
lot of reports out there.
Was that
They're
not
doing
in
certain
the
things.
report with everything else? I could have sworn.
No, I don't think so. Let me.
I could have sworn I saw something on an official article.
Yeah, the official article on StarWars.com, it just states Star Wars returns to theaters for 50th anniversary update. Experience the original 1977 film with a theatrical re-release in 2027. On February 19, 2027, we'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Wars with a re-release of the 1977 original back for a limited time. How long that is, I don't know. What do you think? 2 weeks? 1 week?
I
I
think it'll
think
be
probably
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Part of Lucasfilm's year-long 50th anniversary celebration. It says year-long 50th anniversary celebration. A newly restored version of the classic Star Wars, in parentheses 1977 theatrical release, later renamed Star Wars A New Hope, will play in theaters for a limited time. Switch on your targeting computer and keep your eyes on StarWars.com for more details. And of course, stay on Star Wars Stuff Podcast, and we'll keep you in the loop here. And if you're watching this on video, I'm showing the picture, the very famous blockbuster, the physical blockbuster picture of Mann's Chinese Theater when in 1977 Star Wars was released. So great.
I don't know. I think Attack of the Clones will come out too. They said it's a year-long celebration. We got to do other things besides put out one movie for 2 weeks.
I think all the original movies
Fair.
are going to be put in theaters. I'm not sure if it's going to be the original releases, but I think there's going to be like marathons and all kinds of different stuff in the theater. Because I mean, Star Wars is a
Ooh.
theater.
I'd go to a marathon in theater. That'd be fun.
This is a little off task or off topic, but I just wanted to say we got our year-end wrap-up on Spotify, and our audience went up 419%. Right? That's pretty awesome.
That's what it says.
We're even shocked saying it.
Yeah, we're. And just think, David, when you and I first started recording, we were like, people are listening to us like in another state. Like we were blown away that people were even listening to our podcast when we first started. And now we got the metrics and we're just like, what? So yeah. Do you have them there or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them up right now.
Do
Yeah,
we?
like James said, I mean, we kind of talked about it and we were kind of like, our voice is gonna be in places that we'll never physically be.
Hmm.
That's
45 countries we streamed in this year.
That's
how many countries did we stream in last year, James?
I don't remember. I'm just amazed that we're anywhere outside of the United States. Like anytime I'm like, people listen to us in Canada. Like people listen to us.
We're number 5 in the Netherlands. We mentioned them earlier, so shout out to the Netherlands. We love the
thank
Dutch.
you. Oh my gosh, we had no idea.
Yeah, so our number 1 country, of course, is the United States. Then number 2 is the United Kingdom. Number 3 is Canada. Number 4 is Australia. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah,
it's always constantly running our podcast in the background.
It's all him. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. You're awesome. He's listening to this right now and he's smiling. He's probably chuckling too. And of course, the Netherlands. I want to go to the Netherlands.
Where is that?
Let's go.
I'll go.
That's across the ocean, James.
Oh, that's what I thought. I
It's
knew
very
that.
close to the guy that designed our logo initially. He actually lives in Norway. So
We should do a podcast retreat to the Netherlands.
yep, that's the next one.
So,
Yeah.
I'm in.
how's it going, guys? Travis Mitchell from YouTube. Hello. We're doing great. We're talking about a very sad subject right now, which is the fall of the movie theater life. But we also then brought up a good subject, which is people listen to us from all around the world, and we thank you for that because that means a lot to us. And every time I introduce us as a Star Wars podcast, I always have to say we actually like Star Wars. And people go, "Oh, that's good." It's like, yeah, because
Really?
I know, right? They're always
the
like,
other
"Oh,
podcast hates Star Wars.
some of them do. Some of them make all their money just by talking trash about Star Wars." And I'm like, we genuinely like Star Wars. So
Sad.
Yeah, we're a very poor podcast. So.
If
yes.
we started trashing it, people would be like, "Yeah."
And we've even joked about that. Like, should we shift gears for like a month and just start really dogging on it and watch our numbers
Sad.
shoot up? And then we go April Fools in June. But
Yeah, very early on, we discovered a YouTuber out there that has like crazy views that he just constantly lies
yes.
about Star Wars and about like movie news
Oh,
and rumors.
is he even around anymore? His reputation. was
Yeah,
so
he's still around. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, people do know that he does lie. It's like he
They're
still
like, "Oh my
gets
god,
crazy views."
Because back in the day, I remember hearing there was a civil war happening at Lucasfilm between Dave Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy. She's on her way out very soon. Bob Iger
What?
knows.
11 years ago.
That was a
Kathleen Kennedy's on
long
her way
time.
out.
That was like season 1 of The Mandalorian. And then, yeah.
Gosh.
My
Is the
favorite,
Mandalorian that old? No,
No.
it's not.
not that old, but it
Stop.
was, my favorite thing about Mandalorian was when it was airing, people were like, "Oh my gosh, they listened to us from last week. This next episode was amazing." It's like they already shot the whole thing. Shut up. Anyways,
The one channel I think you're talking about, David, like they don't even cover Star Wars anymore, though.
I think
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
I
looked.
think
them up in a
Lucasfilm
long
got
time.
mad at them or something. They're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
just
If we're talking about the same one, there may be a
Yeah,
difference.
probably not. But on a better note, it looks like Andor got put on a really great list for the AFI top 10 television programs of the year,
Nice.
As it should be.
as it should be, of course, like Mary said. But Andor season 1 never got put on this list, interestingly enough. But Andor season 2 is there, so can't complain. Accurate.
because season 2 was phenomenal. Like I was telling Mary, I was like, it's going to be looked at my love for Andor in the future. Like how much I loved Andor is going to be looked at because it was just the best. It was literally the best. It took a subject that I love. You know what it was? Here it is. Remember, David, the first time you ever saw Batman Begins,
Mhm.
you were like, "Oh my gosh, this thing that I love, someone is taking super seriously and doing a wonderful job telling the story. That's how I felt watching Andor. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing that I love, someone is doing a great job telling a great story. And
Yeah, ironically enough, I saw that movie Batman Begins like a stone's throw away from where the podcast originally started in San Marcos, Texas,
you saw it there at the Starplex?
at the Starplex. Yeah, and now the Starplex is gone. It's been replaced by a bunch of apartments. But yeah,
Sad.
yep,
It
it
hurts
was
so
the
much to hear.
Starplex.
I saw Revenge of the Sith there. Oh man, that's so sad. Anyways, but yeah, Andor made the list. AFI, and it's up there with some heavy hitters as well, like the other movies that are. I mean, the other television shows that are listed. So it was well, yeah, it's well deserved. AFI listed it as one of the top 10 shows of this year. So,
And I can read the full list here. It's Adolescence, Netflix, Death by Lightning, Netflix, The Diplomat Season 3, Netflix, The Lowdown, FX, Hulu, The Pit, HBO Max, Pluribus, Apple TV, Severance Season 2, Apple TV, The Studio, Apple TV, and Task, HBO.
I've never heard any of those shows.
The Pit was amazing. I only watched The Pit
Everyone
because
talks about that one.
oh my gosh,
Everybody talks about it.
because it beat Andor for best drama, and I was like, let me check this
Oh
out.
my gosh.
First
What's
two
that
episodes
on
in.
Apple?
No,
Yeah.
it's on HBO. The Pit was on HBO Max.
And it's
And,
essentially kind of like a reality-based experience in the ER, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Ah.
And ironically, it's Noah Wiley that stars.
true because he
Yeah.
was but no, it's so I'm gonna get personal here. So when my mother was in the hospital, I remember seeing how some of the doctors would come in and like talk to us and then leave, and then I was always like what do they do when they leave? Like they tell us the most traumatic thing ever, and then they leave, and it's like what do they do the next day, or what are they doing in an hour from now? Like when we're out of the
Tell
ER,
someone else.
yeah.
Tell somebody else something really traumatic.
And so the show really shows that of like a doctor just 15 hours, and each episode is 1 hour of just the day working in the ER. And I was like, this is fantastic. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Pit, go watch The Pit. It's amazing.
Severance season 2 is really good too.
I still got to watch season 1.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Oh, trust me, I know everyone keeps saying that. So,
It is good.
but you know, the good news is we watched Andor, and Andor was really great. So I just want to throw that out there.
Andor was awesome.
I'm glad, Craig, you really liked Andor.
It was fantastic. It's a great show.
Everything about it worked. Everything about that second season worked. And when it
awesome.
ended, you were just like, whoa. Yeah.
The
Well, I know
tension
everyone.
in two of those episodes was like some of the highest I've ever felt watching a show. It just felt the buildup was just unbelievable. I can't remember the name of the episodes, but you know the two I'm talking about. The one with Mon Mothma and the one before it.
The Massacre of Gorman.
The
Yeah.
Gorman Massacre, and then
Yeah.
Mon
I
Mothma
mean, it's just
escaping the
unbelievable.
Senate. I still remember that moment where he goes up to her and he tells her, I have friends everywhere. And the look she
yeah.
gives him, I was like, oh, I was all screaming and yelling in my apartment. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
No, I love the part where they're running down to the car ship, and then she sees her driver, and he goes, "What's
Driver.
his name?" And then he
Yeah.
goes, "I found her, I've got her," and then he just blasts him and her face. And then at the same time, he protects her and makes her feel safe at the same time as killing this dude.
That's the scene that stands out to me the most in that
Yes.
episode also.
Oh yeah, that's a huge scene for Diego Luna to be able to have that much range to make her feel safe, but also just totally kill a dude in front of her.
Yeah.
That's
Which
crazy.
was like she couldn't believe it.
yeah,
I can
that's when
talk
she
about
really knew.
Andor. I can talk about Andor for hours. Like that.
Great.
that
We
is
have a podcast.
great. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we do. But good grief. You know what I mean? Yeah, just perfect. Like I consider it the second best to Empire Strikes Back. Like
Oh, that's a big statement.
that's a true statement for me. Empire Strikes Back, Andor. Like
Season 2 or all of Andor?
all of it. I feel
Yeah.
like the I mean, I know people were like the first 3 episodes. I was like, I still like the first 3 episodes of season 1.
I did too.
But once you hit that the heist,
Mhm.
prison break,
Yeah.
going back into I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
This-
Sometimes I forget how much happened in season 1.
oh yeah.
I forget that it's the heist and Narkina and like all of it. Like I just forget that so much happened in season 1, and I'm like, oh, because it was a good story. It just flowed so great into season 2.
Fiona Shaw's her dialogue, her monologue at
Yes.
the very end. And oh my gosh.
I was going to mention this earlier, guys, but I had a daydream today. This is kind of piggybacks on what I was talking about. What I hope we see at Star Wars Celebration, the 50th anniversary of Star Wars in LA. I hope we get the actors come out and just say their most famous lines. And it's
Oh,
like, what if Stellan
yes.
Skarsgård comes out? We all cheer for him, and then he just says that monologue in person.
Oh,
You think he still
I
has
would
it memorized?
die.
Oh, he
What?
can't
I got
remember it.
teleprompters.
Dude, when he
And that's it. That's it. He drops the mic, and then we're just going crazy.
what if I
That's better.
sacrificed?
That's a better idea than the sphere battles.
Well,
I still-
for
I-
us
I
personally,
I still like these sphere battles, but to hear Stellan Skarsgård say that monologue, good God. I think is that the same episode as the prison break episode? I think that's the same. Like it happens later. And I was just like, this is perfect. Like this is just killing. And Andy Serkis's monologue as well.
I was gonna
telling the
say, Andy
prisoners to
Serkis's
just,
monologue is great.
just,
I really think the most famous people in the world should be there and come out and say, like James does all the time, my favorite moment, or just say the thing that inspired them to become an actor or a director or an executive or whatever.
Mm.
And then just cut to the next people and then just keep on cutting, like Spielberg, Nolan, Del Toro. I mean, just have them all there, just cutting. Like it's just like bombarding you because I mean, Star Wars is everything. Star Wars inspired everybody,
Yeah, I just saw that
living
interview
and dead.
with James Cameron. He's promoting Avatar, and he talked about how he studied science in school. He studies English in school. He quits all that, becomes a blue collar worker, janitor, truck driver, just trying to figure out. And they're like, "And what changed?" And he was like, "Star Wars." He goes, "I saw Star Wars."
I think the interviewer asked him, "What was the moment that made you want to become a director and stop doing everything else you were doing?" He was like, "I saw Star Wars," and that was it.
And he
That's
said
crazy.
because he said the images he had in his head, he always imagined movies can do this, but I don't know how they can do this, but movies can maybe do. And then when he saw Star Wars, he said, yes, he was mad that someone did it, but he was glad that it was now possible to do any of that stuff. So he comes from Canada to LA with no connections, and he has 3 of the top grossing films of all time. So
Yeah. Titanic, Avatar.
but
Yeah.
thank God he saw Star Wars.
But if you want to see a
Terminator
glimpse,
2, that's not even up there anymore, huh?
No.
It's crazy.
if you want to see a glimpse of what I just talked about, go watch the beginning, I think, of the 1997 special editions. I think it's that, or is it on the Phantom Menace DVD where they talk to Ridley Scott, John Singletary,
That was
Peter Jackson. So it had to have been after night. It was the Phantom Menace or something.
No.
No. It was the DVD releases of the special editions, I believe.
Galaxy of Dreams, right?
Possibly. But I remember there was a small little doc that said directors.
Yes. I remember that. It's
I'm
on.
just
It's
having
on the
trouble remembering exactly.
It's on
where
the
it was located.
2005 DVD, the trilogy DVD.
Yeah, the most famous directors at that time talked about how Star Wars changed everything, and that's what inspired them. It all starts with Star Wars.
Peter Jackson was watching it. Roland Emmerich was watching it. Ridley Scott. You know what I mean? It's just the best.
It's like
The
you
best.
have Spielberg, Ridley Scott, all these, and then it's like Star Wars Stuff podcast.
Then we come out on stage and we're like, "This is what we like about." Star
We're on 45 countries. I'll have you know. Okay.
We're wanted in 45 countries.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, now James has something he wants to read to you.
Okay, first off, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. Or do we still want to do this, or do we like say this is going to be part 2 of next?
If you want to disappoint 45 countries, James, I mean,
it's a long article. I don't think it's going to hear me read.
Okay, I guess I can change the titles for everything else, and we can do it next time.
So
but
pretty much, okay.
You don't have to read it. So we can just kind of like gloss over a little bit. I mean, they're not sponsoring us or anything. So
They should
Not
though.
yet.
One of these days they will.
I have some Columbia gear at my house.
Me too.
So spoiler alert. This is about I was looking for a way to summarize this.
Yeah.
Just read the first 3. The first 3 are the most important.
Deep in the redwood forest of Northern California, one recent afternoon, actor Billie Lourd and her family paid homage to Lord's mother, Carrie Fisher, during an Endor-inspired shoot for the next Columbia and Star Wars collection. The experience was a unique way for Lourd to pay homage to her mother, who played Princess Leia Organa in the original trilogy, and to continue her family's enduring legacy with Star Wars. Princess Leia, the layered warrior woman with a strength beyond her gender that my mother created, truly stands the test of time and informs my strength as a woman and a mother every day, Lourd shares with StarWars.com. And as you can see, she's wearing the clothing, which is what Carrie Fisher wore in Return of the Jedi. And
The poncho.
the poncho, which is, I think, one of the coolest costumes that she wears. And her children were dressed up as Ewoks. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you see these pictures, it's just incredible. She looks so much like Carrie Fisher in this picture right here. Like,
I thought she did in the one where that we were just showing, holding her. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's son or daughter.
Yeah, you can really kind of see it there. Yeah.
I could see Carrie there. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen her look so much like Carrie.
Yeah.
there was
In that picture.
a scene I saw of her doing a movie, Billie Lourd, and as I was scrolling, I had to stop and go back because I was like, wait. And then I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Billie Lourd. And the way, I guess, of course, people are going to make her hair look like her mother's hair in Star Wars because she's Billie Lourd. But the way she looked, I was like, oh my gosh, she's looking more like her mother. And I don't know. Seeing her,
I can see it.
yeah, David and Craig and I saw her at Celebration in Florida. She came out wearing all white and she gave a beautiful, beautiful speech about her mother. Everyone was crying. Everyone was in tears. And they released a picture later of George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Billie Lourd. And I was like, that's just so perfect. But yeah, so is that Columbia poncho going to be on sale? Is it on sale now, or is it going to be
Probably
on sale?
sold out. They sell out immediately.
There's Hans. There it is. Look at the boots too.
Gosh, that's so great.
It's the whole thing. Yeah.
Who's that?
Hoodie
Oh, okay, cool.
with the vest and some pants
And
some water bottles.
Some water bottles. I think the water
Yeah.
bottles is what I really wanted for. What was
I want
was
the
it,
pants.
was it Columbia who released The Empire Strikes Back? That jacket, remember?
Yes. And I
God.
went to all the outlets. I could not find it anywhere.
They sell out like literally in minutes,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
And it was like $300 or something.
Yeah,
I
they're not-
remember David, or it was maybe you and me, or Joseph and myself, but we saw someone at Chicago wearing one.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe all three of us were like, all right, let's distract him and someone take the jacket. we were like, we got to get this jacket. And then we're also looking at this guy going, why are you wearing that? Like, everyone's looking at you like, you son of, like, because.
And it fit. It was snowing, and yeah, it was proper to wear it too.
It was
like,
crazy.
wow,
That snow came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's a great video. I don't know which video. It
I
was.
knew you were gonna bring this up.
Which one?
the woman backing out.
Okay, I'm going to tell the story really, really quickly. I'm so sorry. So in Chicago, we are all sitting around talking, and we're on like the third or fourth floor. So
We're high up there.
We're pretty high up there.
McCormick
And
Place.
We see the parking lot across the street, and we see somebody driving, and their front tire, like they were trying to turn into the driveway, their front tire like fell off the curb. and they can't reverse, they can't go forward, they're stuck there. And there are people trying to push them out. And what's really unfortunate is one of us saw, and everyone on this floor is turning around watching this
Oh
event.
no.
So I can only imagine the driver maybe looking in the rearview mirror going, "Oh my gosh, those people all staring at us." And anyway,
she would have had to look up, you know.
there's no way they would have known. But
yeah, I think people saw us looking.
yes.
And then they're like, "What are y'all looking at?"
And everyone's but
and
here's the funny part: they got her out, and then she starts. I don't know who it was. It could have been anybody, but they start to turn, and it looked like they were going to go right back in to the hole, and everybody was like, "No!" And then I think the person guiding them like stopped them, and then they were able to readjust. But that was so. If you watch the video, I'm recording Joseph and David in the background. You can see it, the beginning of it happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got the footage of that person being stuck in them. Anyways, it's really bad. I know, but
sad. I feel so sad for them.
Was it snowing at the time? Really, but like
it was that.
Yeah, it was when it snowed that one day.
It came out like Craig says, they came out of nowhere.
It was a blizzard out of nowhere. It was literally. I was like,
wonderful.
What is happening? It was like 7.
It was wonderful for us because we were staying very close by. But yeah.
I had snow in my beard, which I never thought I would ever say in my life. I was like, I have snow in my, like, what is this? Like, what is going on? It was wild. Anyways, and more.
I think that story was definitely and more.
That was the and more. Sorry, everybody. We could just edit that out. Like the live, we'll hear it, but then we're just gonna edit out of the actual podcast. So yeah.
Are you apologizing to the 910 people right now?
Yes, I am.
We've covered a lot tonight.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh, you know what Travis Mitchell said on YouTube? This makes me laugh. Which I want to do this. I want to bring this up one day and do a whole video about this. 20 minutes after learning what the Force is, Luke is deflecting blaster bolts blindfolded, but couldn't see a Tusken Raider in front of him and beat him with a stick. The internet in 1977. So people are going to complain. So what I told Zach the other day, I was like, when Luke called the lightsaber to him in Empire Strikes Back, everybody was like, cool. No one was like, how? So for some odd reason, back in the day, everything was easily like, oh, this is great. This works. You get to the prequels and you get to the sequels. Everyone's like, how does that work? That doesn't make any sense. But seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi do a force push in the Phantom Menace, everybody was like, oh yeah. It's like, where did that come from? So anyways, I want to do a whole video about that one day. So I just want to throw that out there. And on that note, Craig, anything to add? I see Craig thinking really hard over there.
Well, I'm just thinking like, it was like magic seeing A New Hope. You know what I mean? It was like nothing had ever happened like that in the movies and those special effects. And so it, so many people just blown away by so many components of it that, you're like in a fairy tale in space, but the technology is so good. I mean, it was just, and that's why it's hard for me to rank anything above A New Hope and Empire. Like you said earlier, Andor, I can't put anything above Empire and A New Hope.
It's the experience.
Because of what A New Hope meant and what it brought us, and knowing how far advanced it was to everything before it. Yeah. That it was just like an unbelievable experience where people were literally lined up around blocks and waited for hours and hours and hours to see it.
Yeah. Transcends film. It's like more than film, it's not, it is a film, but it's so much more than that.
So for me, ranking them, like those two are always going to be my 1-2. Always. Legit. And Empire to me
that's the best.
The best.
Yeah. But what about you, David? What's the best for you?
I was going to say it'd be cool at Celebration if Woody Allen came out with that Oscar and gave it to George Lucas.
I don't even know I won this.
I would boo Woody Allen off the stage. I mean, like I don't. There's things about Woody Allen I do not like, and I would boo him off the stage if he walked out there. Just saying.
Yeah, then George Lucas would be like, Woody Allen, why aren't you at Annie Hall celebration?
Oh,
Oh, because there is none.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Unbelievable.
What was your question, James?
Nothing, honestly. No.
What's my favorite moment in Star Wars?
What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Because I know it's changed a few times. Because you said when you were a kid it was Return of the Jedi.
As an adult, I want to say it's The Mandalorian. I consider it a movie.
Mary. Oh, I know.
What?
That means you have to incorporate season 3 also, David. It's not
That's
just
fine.
the first.
I like Katie Sackhoff, as you can tell, behind my shoulder.
Oh.
Katie Sackhoff wasn't the problem in season 3, though.
I know exactly, but she worked for me.
You should put a little Jack Black and Lizzo on the wall.
Right in this area,
Exactly.
that big red space. I could put Lizzo right there.
The whole time that episode happened, I was like, this is not real. I'm like, this is not really happening, is it? That was beyond anything. Mary, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
You said you knew. Guess.
I think, okay, Revenge of the Sith.
No.
Oh, never mind. I don't know. Okay.
I think I know it.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, geez. Come on. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
it's Revenge of the Sith. You said it last podcast.
That's right.
Okay, so this is what
So
I
it
was gonna
changed.
say.
It changed since a week.
Yeah, because you made me. Sorry, I got really aggressive.
Yeah, I was going to say,
got really
calm down there.
Because we were talking about favorite moments in movies for our last podcast.
Oh, okay.
And I started writing down all my favorite moments in each movie. And I came to a very quick realization. I have so many more in A New Hope than in any other movie.
Okay.
So now I can't, in good faith, say Revenge of the Sith anymore.
Mm.
Interesting.
Look at Craig
I know.
nodding approvingly.
Okay, cool. So your ranking changed now then?
Yeah.
It's all changed. So what is it now?
Well,
Top 3.
So it used to be Revenge, A New Hope, and then Rise of Skywalker. Now it's A New Hope, Revenge, and Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. It didn't change. Okay, gotcha.
It didn't change. The order just changed.
Gotcha. Yeah, movie-wise for me.
Craig was so excited up until I said Rise of Skywalker, and then his face just completely changed.
How is that above Empire Strikes Back? I mean,
Movie for me, for the movies, it goes Empire, Last Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. So those.
I think today, for me, it's The Last Jedi, Mando Season 3.
Look at Craig.
Craig's about to have like an aneurysm here.
His mic's about to go off.
And on that note,
I'm about to turn to the dark side over here. Watch.
uh-oh. Better watch out. But anyways, listeners, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. I know we said we're going to do a part 2 of our favorite moments in Star Wars, but we'll save that for another day. If you want to check us out on Instagram.
Story for another time, right, James?
Oh. God. I almost threw my popcorn at the screen when I heard that. I was like, you did not just do that. But anyways. Hey, Instagram, if you want to check us out on Instagram, please feel free to. David's going to put the thing up on the. There it is.
Yay.
So if you want to check us out on Instagram, Star Wars Stuff Pod, we like to post all the latest news as well. Check us out on X at Stuff Pod, formerly known as Twitter. Blue Sky, Star Wars Stuff. BSKY.social, Threads, Star Wars Stuff Pod. I know you're just going fast just to mess with me. And if you want to support us on Patreon, please do so. Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. Mary and Zach are doing a little book club right now, and they're going through what's the book again?
Dark Disciple.
Dark Disciple. They're going through a couple of chapters a week, really dissecting it, going through it, and pretty good stuff. So check us out there on Patreon. If you want to email us, Star Wars Stuff Podcast at gmail.com. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you want to hear us talk about something, or if you just want to say hello, please message us. Facebook, Star Wars Stuff group, and a Star Wars Stuff podcast page. We like to post all the latest and greatest information that drops of Star Wars. And we also post a lot of memes. And if you want to write us a 5-star, rate us 5 stars and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, please do so. It means a lot, and it goes a long way with our ranking. Do it. And you heard the great deal with Legion Sabers. Check them out at legionsabers.com. Like I said, those lightsabers are the best. David and I talk about them all the time. And they have nunchucks, which I'm never going to hold any because I actually hurt myself one time with a pair of dollar store nunchucks, and that was embarrassing. I was like, I showed my wife, I was like, hey, look, and I hit myself right in the face, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. Rebel Scum Conventions.com. What?
Yeah, they just made a video, actually, the showrunners. And I met up with one of the showrunners when I went to the signing for the Starfighter book. But they're saying if you're going to buy tickets, buy them as soon as possible, because that helps with booking more guests and certain guests they want and making accommodations for them. So, yeah. Buy your tickets.
Rebel Scum and Space Con are growing each year. It's kind of insane to see how big those conventions are getting and the talent that is going to those conventions.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a Star Wars Dream Trio at this Space Con coming up.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Bob
is doing his best.
Yes,
You know that.
And yeah, in case you're not following them, they have an Instagram and a Facebook. Go to SpaceCon, look them up on Instagram and Facebook, or go to their website, and you'll hear all the latest news about everyone who's going to be there. And it sounds like it's going to be a pretty great lineup, and he's announcing new people each week. So yeah, just be on the lookout. And of course, any of the Star Wars cast
Probably
gets
this
announced.
week, right? I think he's going to announce somebody new this week, right?
Yeah, this week he should announce someone, yeah.
All right.
I think he said by the December 15th, all 3 Star Wars people should be announced. If I remember right from a post.
Yeah, 3 Star Wars actors, celebrities. I don't know, maybe not actors.
Everybody.
The guy that played, yeah, that one guy.
You know who I know will be at SpaceCon?
Who?
Us.
That is true. Star Wars Stuff Podcast will be at SpaceCon, and we're going to have a lot of fun stuff. We're going to do giveaways. You're going to challenge Craig to a duel and then trivia. So that's going to be exciting to see and witness. And we're going to use Legion Sabers to do that. Just kidding. Although now that I say that would actually be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you'll know Craig's Achilles heel. So,
oh yeah, I bring up all the trivia about the Last Jedi, and he's
got a massive blind spot in his Star Wars trivia.
No blind spot. I walk away. I just walk away.
Oh my gosh! And on that note, on behalf of Craig, Mary, and David, I am James, and may the Force be with you always.
This is the way.
I have friends everywhere.
Borgullet.
Rebellions are built on hope.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
It is your destiny.
I can speak Bocce. It's hard to think of stuff, right, James?
Well, after that one, it's like this one has a bad motivator. Look. Just obscure. What else you got?
I plan to tell.
No, I don't like playing this game.
He refuses to participate.
People are ready. They're tired. They're ready to go.
That's Craig.
This is one of the favorite parts of the podcast for people, Craig.
Can we do it up front then?
No, because they want to hear the news up front.
You know what we didn't do the last 2 podcasts?
Trivia. Yeah.
But you do have some jokes for us, right, Mary?
I do.
All right. One joke.
What?
One
if
joke.
You're watching.
We'll do more next time.
A good friend of mine got me this book because
you bought it yourself. Don't.
I am a good friend to myself.
No, you're lying.
I think there's a Max Rebo joke in there, right?
She saw it. She's like, I'm buying this for myself. And she's like, oh, a friend got it for me. I promise.
I have friends. I have friends everywhere.
Oh.
Hold on. Now I feel like I have because it's only one.
All right, just flip it open and then read the page.
Just stick your finger on a page.
The force will guide you to the perfect
Oh,
joke.
let the
Oh,
force-
okay.
Okay.
Do you know Lando got a great deal on the Millennium Falcon? He bought
Do
it
I?
at wholesale. And then there's a picture. Where's the there it is.
It was delayed
Come
because
on,
they were
James.
like, what?
Wrong button. I'm sorry.
What?
There it is. There it is.
All right. And on that note, thank y'all so much for listening.
It says
And-
Life Day Sale.
What
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh. Life Day sale. No,
Oh
no
my gosh.
credit, no problem.
That's a pretty good drawing of Lobot.
It
Or color.
is.
All right. Thank y'all, everybody. And we'll be back next week with another great topic.
Bye.